Chapter Safe Handling and Storage of Water. We will be learning the following topics in this module. What is the need to conserve water? Method of water purification. Need for avoiding stagnation of water. Safe handling and storage of water.
What is the need to conserve water? Water carries nutrients to all parts in our body and oxygen to our brain. Water allows the body to absorb and assimilate minerals, vitamins, amino acids, glucose, and other substances. Water flushes out toxins and wastes away. Water also helps to regulate a constant body temperature. Do you know our body is made up of 70% water?
Method of purification of water. Boiling, filtration, chlorination. Boiling. The most common method of purifying water is boiling. Boiling kills the germs present in water. Filtration. We can filter water through a clean, thin cloth. We can also use a traditional filter containing sand and gravels. Filtration removes dust and other suspended particles. This method does not remove germs. Here you can see two types of filter, traditional filter, modern filter. Modern filters. These filters not only remove the dust and other suspended particles from water, but also remove germs. But traditional filter only removes suspended particles but not kill germs. Chlorination. Filter water can also be purified by adding a small amount of chlorine in it. This kills germs and make it fit for drinking. Need for avoiding stagnation of water. Dirty and stagnant water is the major cause of disease. These places are breeding places for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes spread various diseases such as malaria, dengue, and chikungunya. Prevention. We should also change water in room cooler and flower pot after every 3-4 days. When water in room cooler cannot be changed, 2 spoons of kerosene should be put in it to keep the mosquitoes away. Safe handling and storage of water. Safe handling and storage of water is very important to keep the germs away. Some ways of proper storage and safe handling of water are suggested on the next slide. First, water should always be stored in clean and covered containers. Second, we should never dip our hand in water stored for drinking purpose. Third, we should not drink water that has been stored for many days. Fourth, we should use a ladle or some other clean utensils to take out water from a container.
Now try to answer the following questions based on your understanding of this chapter. Question 1. Our body is made up of % of water. Question 2. Suggest any one way of handling water. Question 3. Define chlorination. Question 4. Carries nutrients to all parts of our body. Here are the answers of the previous worksheet. Match your answers with the answers given on this slide. Answer question number 4 in the comment section below. I hope you understood the following topics explained.
Good morning all. Today we can revise how we can conserve water on large scale. It is very necessary to check over irrigation of field. Here you see manual sprinkler and automatic sprinkler. They are used for irrigation to reduce wastage of water. The main cause of flood is proper management. Proper management of rainwater will not only preserve the destruction caused by flood but also help in conserving water. Dams can be constructed to check floods. They also help to preserve large quantity of water. It is important to carefully plan the size, location and use of dam. Rainwater harvesting. Collection of rainwater for future use or for recharging groundwater is called rainwater harvesting. For
This rainwater from rooftops should be collected in underground tank. This can be used after purification. This can also be used for recharging groundwater.
Good morning all. Today we are going to learn factors responsible for shortage of water. Population are one major cause for shortage of water. When population increase, the demand for water has also increased. More people need more water, but supply is limited. The amount of water for each person is also decreasing. Second cause is deforestation. Rain and snow are the two main natural sources of water. The amount of rainfall and snowfall is decreasing due to deforestation. Deforestation means cutting of tree in the forest. These changes are caused by various undesirable human activities. Trees are cut and forests are being cleared for building houses and factories. Some people cut trees just for earning money by selling the wood for these trees. At present, the number of trees being cut is more than being planted. This decrease in the number of trees results in the decrease in rainfall. Strict action should be taken to prevent deforestation. More and more trees need to be planted to maintain the balance in nature. More industries are set up at different places. This is to meet the growing demand of foodstuff, clothing and other materials. Factory requires large amount of water. They fulfill this need by using underground water. Due to shortage of rainfall, underground water does not get filled. This is major problem, sharp decrease in the level of underground water. I hope you understood three factors, that is population, deforestation, setting up of factories.
Chapter 9: Safe Handling and Storage of Water. As all of you know that water is a very precious. Our body needs water for its proper functioning. It needs water for digestion of food and for removal of wastage from the body. We need to drink about 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. Water which is clean and fit for drinking is called potable water. At some places, people use groundwater drawn from wells or hand pump and river water for drinking. This water may not be fit for drinking as it often contains dirt and germs. In cities, people get drinking water from tap. This water is cleaner than groundwater or river. Sometimes it may still contain some germs. We should take care to drink clean and pure water. Drinking unclean water can cause diseases like jaundice, diarrhea, dysentery and cholera. Now it is very necessary. We need to purify water before drinking it. In next module, we learn some method of purifying water. Thank you.
Chapter 10: Water pollution. Natural sources of water are oceans, lakes, ponds, rivers, streams. Water is an important natural resource which is essential for all living beings. It is the habitat for many plants and animals. It is essential for the existence and survival of all plants and animals. Rain is the major and purest form of water. As it reaches the surface of the earth, it usually becomes impure. This is because it dissolves not only some harmful gases present in air but also have dust, smoke, particles and germs getting mixed in it. Let's see polluted water. Water containing impurities is called polluted water. Pollution of water, the process which make water impure, that is pollution of water. Let's learn causes of water pollution. As rainwater reaches rivers and lakes, it becomes more impure as sand and mud get mixed with it. Some human activity are also increase water pollution. People wash their clothes and bathe their cattle in river water. People throw domestic waste in river. Waste materials and harmful chemicals from factory are often dumped in river water. Solid waste material from power plants may be thrown into the river. This one is also cause of water pollution. Water from drains and sewage goes into river. These days, farmers increased the protection of their crops by using chemical fertilizer and pesticides. These pesticides mixed with rainwater and cause water pollution. Oil spilled by tankers and oil wells polluted seawater. Effects of water pollution. Water pollution has many harmful effects. The following are some of the harmful effects of water pollution. Here you see poisonous chemicals from factory kills marine animals. Industrial and agriculture waste increase the growth of microorganisms in water. This can reduce the supply of oxygen for the aquatic animals. Here you notice oil spills form a cover on the surface of water. This cut off the supply of oxygen to the animals living under water. Aquatic plants and animals get infected by polluted water. When other animals eat these infected animals or plants, they also become sick. Some people use river or pond water for drinking. Drinking polluted water may cause diseases like typhoid, diarrhea, cholera, and jaundice. When polluted water is used for irrigation, the fertility of soil gets reduced and crops can get damaged. Prevention of water pollution. Some steps that may be taken to check water pollution are suggested. Wastage from factories and powerhouses should not be allowed to flow into rivers directly. Pipes carrying sewage should be kept away from the pipe carrying drinking water. Water from drains or sewage should not be allowed to enter into wells or rivers. People should not wash clothes or use soaps if they bathe in rivers. The use of chemical fertilizers should be minimized. Instead, natural manure should be used. All of us are a part of the society. It is therefore the responsibility of every citizen to keep our surroundings green and disease free. Hello kids, speaking worksheet, safe handling and storage of water, chapter 9. Let's see question number 1. The water which is fit and clean is called A. Pure water, B. Pungent water, C. Potable water, D. Potable water. Question number 2. Which of the following is not a waterborne disease? A. Diarrhea, B. Cholera, C. Chickenpox, D. Malaria. Question number 3. People obtain groundwater through dash and dash. A. Tap and rain, B. Well and tube well, C. River and sea, D. Ponds and ocean. Which of the following statement is correct? Water is blue and clear. Filtration is best method to remove germs and suspended particles. How much water should you drink for good health? A. 1 to 2 glasses, B. 3 to 4 glasses, C. 6 to 8 glasses, D. 15 to 20 glasses. I think all of you noted your answer. One is potable water, second one well and tube well, third chickenpox, fourth and fifth write in comment box. Thank you.